What if the very thing that makes you intelligent is the reason you feel alienated? What if being smart, self-aware, or deeply introspective is not a gift, but a curse in society? Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Like you see the world a little too clearly, and that clarity isolates you? Schopenhauer called it the curse of intelligence. The smarter you are, the lonelier you become. Not because you're wrong, but because society is built for the average, not the awakened. Welcome to the mind of Arthur Schopenhauer, a philosopher who believed that suffering was woven into the fabric of life, and intelligence, he thought, only made that suffering more acute. But here's the question. Why do intelligent people feel out of place? Why do they walk alone? And why does the world seem too loud, too shallow, too chaotic to them? Over the next 6 parts, this video will explore the hidden truths behind alienation, intelligence, and society through Schopenhauer's dark philosophical perspective. So let's go. Part 1. The pain of awareness. Imagine seeing 100 angles in every situation, while others barely see one. That's not a gift. That's torture. Schopenhauer believed intelligence was not a privilege, but a burden. The intelligent person sees too much. They notice hypocrisy, superficiality, and absurdity in things others blindly accept. A man can be himself only so long as he is alone. The more intelligent you are, the more aware you become of life's absurdity. You see through illusions of career, fame, power, love. But this awareness distances you from others who are still hypnotized by social norms. In a society where ignorance is comfort, the intelligent live in a constant state of dissonance. The very things that make them wise, observation, introspection, insight, also make them suffer. They are hyper-aware of manipulation, injustice, shallow conversations, and fake rituals, and this awareness isolates them. They become observers of life, rarely participants. Part 2. The tyranny of the herd. Society doesn't want you to be free. It wants you to conform. Society thrives on averages, on predictability, on routine. But intelligence is chaotic. It questions everything. Why we do this? Why must I obey? Why should I chase what others value? Schopenhauer viewed society as a prison for the intelligent, a structure built for mediocrity. He wrote, "The wise have always said the same things, and fools, who are the majority, have always done just the opposite." For intelligent people, this creates a rift, a sense that you must dumb yourself down to be accepted. You must wear a mask, hide your thoughts, suppress your curiosity, and over time, that suppression becomes isolation. Because deep minds crave authenticity, and society is rarely authentic. Intelligent people crave depth, meaning, and truth. Society thrives on distraction, conformity, surface-level pleasures. Small talk becomes exhausting. Fake smiles feel like masks. The result? Isolation. Not because they choose it, but because there's nowhere else to go. Society is not designed for the deep thinker. It rewards entertainment, not enlightenment. Modern examples: fast food instead of nutrition, reels instead of reflection, viral memes over philosophical books, loud opinions over quiet wisdom. Society fears what it doesn't understand. Deep thinkers make people uncomfortable. They challenge norms. Part 3. The struggle with shallow relationships. You don't hate people, you just can't connect with small minds. One of the greatest struggles intelligent people face is forming deep human connections. Not because they're antisocial, but because they crave depth. They don't want gossip. They want meaning. They want conversations about death, identity, dreams, fears, philosophy, not reality shows or celebrity drama. Schopenhauer believed that true friendship and love were rare, because most people love themselves through you. He once wrote, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom." So, intelligent people often end up alone, not by choice but by necessity, because shallow relationships feel more lonely than actual solitude. Part 4. Materialism versus the inner world. Society sells you things. Intelligence makes you question why you're buying. Schopenhauer was disgusted by materialism. He saw the world chasing pleasure, money, status, like animals running after shadows. The intelligent person, however, finds no fulfillment in these pursuits. They seek beauty, wisdom, truth, solitude, the nourishment of the soul. Society doesn't understand that. It rewards consumption, shallow success, loud personalities. But the intelligent crave something society can't package: depth. This clash creates another layer of disconnection. The intelligent person walks among crowds, but feels unseen. They wear masks, but feel fake. They succeed, but feel empty, because they were born to explore within, not to impress outside. Part 5. The unconscious burden of intelligence. The smarter you are, the more pain you feel. Why? Schopenhauer believed intelligence wasn't a blessing. It was suffering with clarity. Because intelligent people don't just see the surface. They feel beneath it. They notice the tremble in a friend's smile, the hidden sorrow behind a stranger's eyes, the silence in a crowd. They absorb the energy of the world, and it exhausts them. They also carry the burden of responsibility. They know it should be fixed. They see the madness in the system, but often they are powerless to change it. And that helplessness turns into frustration, then into withdrawal. And so, the intelligent retreat into books, into art, into solitude. Not out of arrogance, but self-preservation. Part 6. Transcendence through solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. It is evolution. Schopenhauer didn't fear solitude. He embraced it. For him, solitude was not isolation. It was elevation. The intelligent person, once detached from society's illusions, finds peace within. They create, reflect, write, build. They transcend. They watch the world burn and still cultivate a garden in their mind. They begin to live not for applause, but for alignment. Not for others, but for truth. Schopenhauer said, "To live alone is the fate of all great souls." And in that silence, intelligence no longer feels like a burden. It becomes liberation. The invisible gift. You were never broken. You were just not made for this world. If you've ever felt misunderstood, if you've ever felt too deep for the people around you, if you've ever questioned your place in the world, know this: you're not alone. You're not flawed. You're not weak. You are intelligent. And society was not built for the intelligent. It was built to function, not to awaken. But in your loneliness, there is power. In your questions, there is wisdom. And in your solitude, there is light. As Schopenhauer knew, the mind that walks alone walks furthest. Stay different. Stay thinking. Stay awake. I know this video is very short, but I think you have understood the things I wanted to explain to you. Still, if you have missed any question, then the comment box is open. You can give your opinion there.